talking about paving the way for our siblings is showing the example, like we were talking about, showing the example of how to be the leader, how to stick up, how to be the example. Like, this is mostly relating to sports right now, is coming into our high school sophomore year in high school this year in golf. We are showing them each year that you got to keep pushing to earn your spot. You got to keep pushing to get better and better.
Hello everyone, we are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world.
Hey there, we're back, and it's me, Chrissy, with my older twin sisters and my mom, and we're going to be talking about what are all the perks of being the oldest in the family. But first, I think Bella has a daughter joke.
Yes, I do. What country is really cold but also really hot?
Which one?
Chile.
How come your finger's on that knob like your dad's all the time?
I might have learned that from him. Maybe not, but most likely.
Most likely. Did anybody go over their jokes with Dad beforehand?
Yeah, a little bit, but I came up with them with myself first.
Oh, okay. Did he laugh?
Yes, he
good.
did laugh.
Okay, he enjoyed them.
Yes, he did.
They were Dad approved?
Yep, for sure.
I think there needs a button that's like when you press it, you hear Dad laughing. Because that would be like a perfect button right there. Because then if Mom doesn't think they're quite as funny, then we always have Dad to lift it up.
All right. Well, maybe he'll create his own dad button.
Yeah, I think so.
Dad joke button.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Well, good. We're here with the twins today, huh, Chris?
Yes, we are.
All right. Should we ask them some questions?
For sure.
All right. What do you think, Abbie and Bella? What do you think is the best part about being the oldest? I guess it's two things. Best part about being a twin and best part about being the oldest.
Okay, I can answer the best part about being a twin pretty easily. You always have somebody with you. You have somebody to like whenever we were trying something new, whether it was going into high school. This was our first time we had actually gone to like a high school setting. We had been in Montessori school. We had been homeschooling, but we hadn't done like school sports before, and it was cool how this high school let us do sports through them, but also it was a little nerve-wracking. It's such a big school. Eagle is a big school, and there's like so many people, different grades, different personalities, all mixed together in one big bunch. And it was always nice at the end of the day to always know you had somebody who had your back, somebody who you knew you could trust, somebody who was just there for you all the time, that you could just know you always had a friend there. Like if you didn't know what you were doing, or you felt like you were the quote unquote newbie, because everybody was new, but you weren't quite as new because you had somebody with you already. So it's just so encouraging to know that you always had somebody who's always going to be with you, because having a twin means you're in the same grade, you're the same age, you get to do everything together. Like with Chrissy's instance, she got to do sports with us, but she was a grade lower. So having a twin is like we could just set the path together, because sometimes it can be a little hard being the only oldest where you have to venture out by yourself. Me and Bella had each other, so we can always venture out together.
I also kind of have a funny story about that. So I kind of felt bad because last night, so Abbie and I share a king bed together. And I don't think I even told her this. I'm not sure if she noticed. But last night, I found myself completely sideways and my pillow was off the bed. Or practically off the bed. So I kind of felt bad because she'd usually be the one that did that to me. And so I kind of felt bad because like my feet were right by her head. So I felt bad for her. But she didn't seem to notice.
So you quickly turned into the right position.
Yes, I kind of scared myself.
I was so tired last night. I was totally asleep. I had no idea this even happened.
And then this morning, Chrissy comes in our room. She's like, so guys, ready to get up? And Abbie and her are like, 5 more minutes.
So Bella, what do you think is some of the benefits of being a twin?
Okay, so because Abbie is really great, so she'll kind of like take the first step into things. So whether that was like getting our physicals, she would be the first one to do the different exams, and then I could see how it works. And then though we still like talk to each other over it, and then it was so fun because we both play the same sports. So then we played doubles together on the tennis team, and so it was just super nice. Instead of being like kind of the awkward one out, always having someone to talk to and not feeling like you kind of had to make your friends talk to you. It was always like Abbie and I always wanted to talk to each other.
So that's one of the benefits of it.
Yes.
What else in all of your life? What are some of the benefits of being a twin?
Some of the benefits are me and Abbie are doing the same homework. And same with Chrissy. Chrissy's kind of joined us, but Abbie and I are always doing like the same kind of, grade stuff. And it's really nice being able to talk it over with her strengths in different subjects and my strengths in other subjects. Like I really love history. So when she has a question, she can always come to me and ask me about history. And then Abbie's really great in English. So whenever I have different questions about English, like she loves dissecting sentences and that kind of stuff. Whenever I have that kind of questions, she's always like able to help me out because of because we're in the same grade and our different strengths.
Okay, so the basic things are you like playing sports with her and you like doing school with her.
Yes, I do.
Is there any other benefits of being a twin?
I like sleeping with her, except when she rolls over and breathes in my face. That makes me not want to sleep with her.
Gotcha.
But other than that, it's pretty great.
Gotcha.
Wow, thanks.
So, okay, next question. So what are some of the things you hear about being the oldest that are not positive?
I feel like the biggest thing is the oldest has a lot of responsibility. And honestly, I really embrace the responsibility that I have. And some other things is like, you're the oldest, you got to make the pathway through. It can be a little more scarier being the first to try to venture out and do all these things. You have the responsibility for whether it's like babysitting for your younger siblings or making the meals or cleaning or whatever. You're taking up like the mom role when she's not there, and that can be a lot of responsibility. But I feel like just the responsibility, I honestly really like it. I'm a choleric, which means I like leadership. I'm also a melancholy, which means I like organization. So I like to be in charge while having it organized, and that's my mom's personality as well. So she can really trust me since we're responsible. She can trust me like I'm almost like just the little mom, just when she's not there, I can just fill in the role, not be the mom. I'm not going to overtake them. And that's somewhere where I had to really learn that. I went through a season where I was too overpowering or I wasn't helping enough or whatever it was, mostly overpowering, I gotta say. But I learned how to use my strength to help rather than just be the mom. I was there just to be a helping role, just to almost be guiding them through and just encouraging what mom has set for us to do. So I feel like the responsibility that I've learned of how to navigate my leadership role has really helped me for also future years. And also in sports, I can be the leader because I know how to navigate everybody's personalities, everybody's strengths, and all the things, like whether it's the coach is trying to encourage somebody with different things, I can help them out. Like there's this new freshman that came on the team for our golf year. She's a freshman. She is super sweet. She is new. She's an only child. So she doesn't know what it's like to be with sisters, doesn't really know how to make friends. So I'm just there helping her out, leading her in the right direction, helping her figure out things. Because it was nerve-wracking being a freshman last year and being in high school and on the golf team. And thankfully I had Bella, but I can only imagine what it's like being by yourself and being a freshman, being new, still learning the sport and getting into it. So just knowing my leadership and knowing that I have a high level of just being able to guide somebody, I can guide them with grace, so it doesn't feel like I'm pushing her too much, or it feels like that inside of her, she can feel like I'm really not this good. So why she's helping me so much, I must not be good. Like I can help navigate it where I'm uplifting her, but also helping her with my leadership skills to push her in the right direction. And that's so many things that you can learn. Like I'm already learning so many things that comes into life. So it's really cool.
Okay. And Bella, what are some of the negative you've heard about being the oldest, and then how do you feel about being the oldest?
I think, Abbie kind of touched on it. The big one is just the most of the responsibility, which I feel like our parents really navigated how to share the responsibility per like how old you are. And so I feel like I don't feel overburdened with the responsibility. Sometimes I have to pick up the responsibility a little bit. Like Abbie loves having, she went through a season of being a little more overpowering. I had to work on being I had to work on stepping up my game in certain areas, whether it was chores or whatever it was, on having a little more responsibility. And so our parents do a really good job of teaching us all and giving us all an even sheet of chores. And so me and my sister Ellie, we trade out with laundry, and so I feel like it keeps everything really fair. I mean, of course we have different chores too, but I feel like our parents have really worked out a way to share the responsibility through the whole family. Like even little Hunter, she has her little sheet on the fridge, and she has little check boxes that she has to check every day, like make her bed, brush her teeth, comb her hair, get dressed, so she's starting to get into the responsibility thing too, because she knows that we're not going to do everything for her for the rest of her life, so she's learning how to do everything. And so I feel like our family does a really good job of sharing the responsibility. So I love being the oldest because, with Abbie and me together, we get to pave the way for the rest of our siblings, but we also get to try out everything first, which is really nice because Abbie likes to jump into stuff. And then I'm like one step behind her when we get somewhere. And then we kind of become even after we've kind of almost created our name. And then it's been so fun.
Yeah, and also it's something that we had to work out together. Like, we've talked about it before, how being twins is almost kind of like marriage. You have fights, you have times where you just don't want to be with each other, but then you have times where you just always want to be together. You're a team. And we've gone through that ups and downs, whether it's like I sometimes need to lead the way at first, but I'm like, Bella, we need to do this together. It's your turn to start this out. Whether it's like talking to be the first one who's like sticking up for something and saying, like, if the teacher asks for I meant the coach, asks if there are any questions or meeting the new coach, it could be a little nerve-wracking sometimes with so many girls having their eyes on you. So I'm like, Bella, this is your turn. You get to go first this time. And not that I wouldn't mind doing it. It's just we need to work it out so we can both strengthen that area of ourselves.
And the interesting part is that I have to work on speaking up more when we're with coaches, but then something Abbie had to work on was sending more emails or texts to different coaches. So it's kind of like that balance of we both had to work on different things, and we're both really willing to talk it over and improve and everything like that. And so we've been going through a really good season of just stepping up our game in different areas and really trying to listen to each other for that.
That's awesome. Okay, and so what do you guys feel are some of the important roles you play for your younger siblings?
Talking about paving the way for our siblings is showing the example, like we were talking about, showing the example of how to be the leader, how to stick up, how to be the example. Like how we started out was coming into, this is mostly relating to sports right now, is coming into our high school, sophomore year in high school this year in golf. We are showing them each year that you got to keep pushing to earn your spot. You got to keep pushing to get better and better, because our first year as a freshman in golf was like, we're trying to figure this out. We just moved here to Idaho, trying to figure things out, but we still want to be better. But now it's like, we're in our sophomore year. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to get better. We're going to show them what it's like to be a good leader and to be good at sports and to try hard for something. So that's one of the ways that you can show people or show our siblings the example of how to be a good sibling and be good for yourself.
I also love being around kids, so I've loved being the second oldest of 6 kids, and I just love...
The second oldest by 1 minute.
Yeah, by 1 minute.
Yes.
At least I'm an inch taller, so I can hang on to that.
Yes.
But I really love hanging out with kids, and so it's been super great having all these younger siblings and seeing them go through the different stages of life and being able to almost mentor them a little bit on how to kind of go through each season. And from Hunter all the way to Chrissy, though Chrissy's doing a great job. She's really stepped into the triplets role, and so now it's just I love being the older sibling to help them all with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Bella's definitely one of the ones that enjoys loving on and even doting on our younger kids.
Yes.
She loves being a big sister where she gets to not just the responsibility but the opportunity to love on them all the time, which I think is so great all the time. So
I
awesome.
also have a funny story from that.
Oh.
Remember when I went through that season of doing my chores, and then Hunter's little play area would be next to the area I was trying to vacuum, and then I would keep jumping to go into the play area when Mom wasn't watching and play with her for a little bit, and then Mom would walk out and be like, Bella, you gotta do your chores. And then I'd go back to vacuuming, and then I'd jump back in to play with Hunter, and it was a fun season.
When in doubt, when I couldn't find Bella, she'd be where the babies are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whether at first it was kind of Ellie and stuff like that, when you were
Yes.
like, 5 and she was 1, or if it's been Hunter, like typically Bella would be in the crib with the babies, or, in the play area with the babies, or helping feed the babies, whatever it may be. We just know that Bella's going to enjoy being it when she's a mom someday. So
Right, for sure.
I think it's great. So the overall consent is being the oldest is the coolest place in the family too.
Yes, definitely.
It sure is.
That sure is. I love it. All right. Well, I loved having you guys chat about it. I think it's so important as a family to really just highlight the blessings of what God gives you, and then where they line up in your family just makes it extra special.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. See you next time.